14 minutes into the Anaheim Ducks vs. New York Rangers game, Brock McGinn lays a hit so big it distracts the Rangers and quick in net.
Oh, big hit!
Allowing Leeson to rip a shot off the rush.
And Leeson brings it back in and scores! The Rangers got completely preoccupied with Brock McGinn,
giving Anaheim the lead. This kind of reminded me of Rob Niedermayer's hit in Game 5 in 2007 versus the Vancouver Canucks that led to Scotty scoring the game-winning goal that sent them to the Stanley Cup final and ultimately Stanley Cup glory. Obviously nowhere near the same meaning, and really not even close to the same thing. But I'm running out of things to say in these videos. And all Ducks fans have right now is living in the past and the hope for the future, because the present is a mess. And it's been the same thing night in and night out for the Ducks in this stretch of losing 13 of the last 14. I guess the positive in this one is that Cronin finally made some changes to the lineup. Not the one we want with players coming back from injury, but nice to see Cronin finally make some changes with Carrick moving up to the second line, Rossboss out, Grew back in, Sylph dropped to the fourth line, and Leeson to the third. And early on in this game, it seemed to work as the Ducks came out strong, with the Terry post and the Ducks drawing the first 2 penalties of the game. Now, they wouldn't do anything with those 2 power plays. I'm not really liking how Cronin is starting the second unit on the power plays. They are by far worse than the first unit, but because they end up starting, they end up getting more ice time than the first unit. Even with the lackluster power plays, the Ducks would score first in this one, as the McGinn hit and Leeson goal I mentioned earlier happened. The problem is, the Rangers would actually start playing, and 3 minutes later, Cam Fowler gets spun around a couple times, and Frank Vetrano lets Chris Kreider walk into the slot unopposed, and it's 1-1. In the second, surprising no one, the Ducks' penalty issues came to play and gives the Rangers momentum to score as 4 Ducks are puck watching, and VC goes backdoor and in. The Rangers would eventually get one on the power play, however, as Kreider would get his second of the night off a tip. Remember how Zegras was working with Kreider on tips in the offseason? This is why. Beauty. Even with all the penalties the Ducks did take that period, they did have a lot of grade A scoring chances and probably should have more than 1 goal. But Quickie, on the other end, was lucky. Like, for example, Minty saved his own goal. But regardless, the Ducks would be down 2 to start the third. And guess what? Another dumb penalty by Killorn that luckily the Ducks do kill off. But shockingly, they would take another penalty, their 6th of the game, as Gudas gets cross-checked, retaliates, which is going to get called every time, except if you're the Ducks. He gets booted, then Killorn also gets booted for shooting the puck down the ice. Not a good look for 2 players who are supposed to be helping change the culture. And the Rangers would score on that power play as Zibanejad slaps it home. You'd think this game couldn't get any worse, but we're the Ducks. So like clockwork, a rookie scores his first goal in his NHL debut. Congrats to Adam Edstrom for scoring his first with 3 seconds left in the game. Ducks lose 5-1. The biggest thing for the Ducks right now is to get healthy. But that's not going to solve everything. Like a broken record, the Ducks need to cut down on penalties. It would also be nice if the refs called it both ways. Like, this stat is ridiculous.
This is what is frustrating for the Ducks. The disparity between power plays and penalty kills this season. It's incredible. The Ducks last in the league, minus 33. The 4th worst team in the league is only minus 8. That's hard to accept.
Including tonight, that's now minus 36.
But it's not going to get better because Cronin hurt all the refs' feelings. So at least control what you can control and stop taking dumb penalties, please. Some positive things from this game, though, is that Leo, Killer, and Terry line looked the best it has all season. Felt like every time they were on the ice, they generated high-quality chances. Felt like they could have had 3 goals in this one. Dosso was good even though he let in 5. Probably wants 1 back. But if your team only gives you 1 goal, hard to blame the Tendy. The Ducks now have back-to-back games, starting with the New Jersey Devils on Sunday at 4 p.m. Another tough game for the Ducks, and again, hoping for some of the injured players to play, because I feel that's all we're waiting for now. And some news tidbits on that front, as Z and McT shed their non-contact red jerseys for some orange ones at the morning skate before this game. So, progress. Also, Leo Carlsson will not play in one of the next 2 games, based on Pat Verbeek's latest comments, saying Leo will probably not be playing back-to-back games until the middle of January, meaning if there is still only 3 games a week, but 2 of them are back-to-backs, he will only play in 2 games that week, not 3, if that makes sense. So I would assume Leo won't play in the Devils game, but you know what they say about assuming. Maybe he will, and he will sit out the Wings game instead. I don't know. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!